Hey, before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss stories like this, because what I'm about to share might completely change how you see coins you've had sitting in drawers for decades. Now, picture this: a small, unassuming coin. Not flashy, not loud, just sitting quietly in your hand. You've seen coins like it before. Maybe you even used it once or twice, tossed it in your pocket without a second thought. But what if I told you that one coin, in particular, has a story that could make it worth more than most people's wildest imaginations? We're talking about the 2 Rand coin from South Africa, minted in 2001. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's just a 2 Rand coin. Surely it's not worth anything special. And that's exactly why this coin is so fascinating. Most people walk right past it, never realizing its hidden value. But for collectors and those who know the history behind it, this coin is nothing short of legendary. Let's set the scene. South Africa in 2001. Times were changing, and so was the currency. The 2 Rand coin had already been in circulation for a few years, but this particular year, this particular minting, had something different. It was subtle, maybe even invisible to the casual observer, but there was a rarity factor that collectors have been chasing for decades. Now, coins tell stories. Each scratch, each mark, each shiny gleam carries a history. And this 2 Rand coin, its story starts with the design. On one side, you have the iconic springbok, a symbol that resonates with every South African, embodying strength, resilience, and pride. On the other, the numeral and inscription, a reminder of its face value, yet hiding a secret far more valuable. Collectors look for these small nuances, the tiniest misprints, the faintest anomalies in the minting process. That's what transforms an ordinary coin into a treasure. And the 2001 2 Rand coin? Let me tell you, it checks all those boxes. Experts have been hunting for it, examining hundreds, sometimes thousands, of coins just to find the ones that meet the perfect criteria. But it's not just rarity that drives value, it's demand. And here's where it gets really interesting. Worldwide, there's a growing fascination with coins from this era. People who grew up with these coins are now older, wiser, with an appreciation for the things that hold stories from their youth. And collectors, seasoned in spotting potential, know that a coin like this isn't just a piece of metal. It's a piece of history, a symbol of a time and place that will never come back. Let's think about it for a moment. Imagine holding a coin that millions of people used, passed from hand to hand, over decades, yet only a handful exist in pristine condition. That's where the magic happens. That rarity, that perfect condition, transforms a simple 2 Rand coin into a coveted collectible. And the thrill of discovery, the possibility that the coin you've had tucked away could be worth a fortune, is something that collectors live for. Now, I know some of you might be skeptical. Really? A coin from 2001? But here's the thing. Value isn't always obvious. It's hidden, like a secret waiting to be uncovered. And coins are fascinating because their value is not just monetary. It's emotional. It's the joy of discovery, the pride in knowing you own something that others will envy. It's history, captured in metal and passed down through time. And let's talk about the kind of people who collect these coins. They're meticulous, patient, and passionate. They know how to spot authenticity and understand the stories behind the minting process. And when they see a coin like this 2 Rand from 2001, their eyes light up because they recognize something extraordinary, something rare, something with potential that goes beyond its face value. So, imagine for a moment that coin sitting in your hand, quietly, innocuously. You might have passed it off as ordinary at first glance. But look closer. Feel the weight. Notice the fine details, the craftsmanship, the subtle variations, the gleam that catches the light just right. That's where the excitement begins. That's where the difference between a regular coin and a collector's dream becomes clear. Over the years, stories have surfaced about people who stumbled upon coins like this in old collections, drawers, or even forgotten jars. And what happens next is always the same: amazement, disbelief, and then realization. That coin they held, so unassuming, is worth far more than they ever imagined. And in some cases, far more than they could ever spend. Now, let's bring it full circle. The 2001 South African 2 Rand coin isn't just a piece of currency. It's a symbol, a collectible, a treasure waiting to be discovered. It's for those who understand the thrill of history, the beauty of rarity, and the joy of owning something truly unique. And for those who have held one or stumbled across it unexpectedly, it's the kind of discovery that changes everything. And here's the part you've been waiting for, the payoff. The coin we've been talking about, the 2 Rand from 2001, in perfect condition, with the features collectors crave, it's estimated to be worth an astonishing $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1.6 million for a coin that most people might toss into a jar and forget about. So, the next time you come across a coin, don't just see its face value. Look deeper. Appreciate the story, the history, the potential hidden in that small piece of metal. Because sometimes, the treasures that change your life aren't buried in the ground. They're sitting in plain sight, waiting for someone curious, someone patient, someone like you, to notice. Remember, if you enjoyed this, make sure to subscribe. You never know what stories, what hidden treasures, or what astonishing discoveries we'll uncover next. But one thing's for sure, history hides in the most ordinary places, and sometimes it's worth more than you can imagine. Hey there, before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to discover rare treasures that could change your life. Today, we're exploring something truly fascinating, a coin that has quietly captured the attention of collectors and history enthusiasts alike. I'm talking about the 2004 2 Rand coin from South Africa. Now, at first glance, it might look like just another coin you'd find jingling in your pocket, but trust me, there's more to it than meets the eye. Let's take a step back and imagine yourself in South Africa in 2004. The nation was navigating a period of transformation, growth, and pride. Every detail of daily life carried subtle reminders of a rich cultural and historical heritage. And coins, small, metal pieces of currency, were more than just money. They were symbols. They carried stories. The 2004 2 Rand coin, in particular, stands as a testament to South Africa's unique identity and artistry in numismatics. What makes this coin special? Well, it's all in the details. On the face of this 2 Rand coin, you'll find an intricate depiction of the iconic springbok. This isn't just any springbok. It's a symbol that embodies agility, grace, and national pride. For decades, the springbok has been more than a symbol on coins. It's been a symbol of resilience, sportsmanship, and the spirit of South Africa itself. Holding this coin is like holding a tiny piece of history, a reminder of the moments that shaped a nation. Now, let's talk about craftsmanship. Coins from this era were struck with precision, with attention to every curve and contour of the design. The 2004 2 Rand coin features a combination of durability and elegance. The metallic luster catches the light in a way that makes you pause, even if you've handled hundreds of coins before. For collectors, that shine isn't just cosmetic. It's a marker of authenticity and quality. The edge, the inscriptions, the imagery, all of it is carefully crafted to make this coin stand out, even decades later. But here's something that might surprise you. Not all coins from that year were made equal. Minting errors, subtle variations, and limited releases can turn what seems like an ordinary coin into a rare gem. And that's part of the magic for collectors, especially those of us who have been passionate about coins for years. A coin like this can spark a thrill in ways that few other collectibles can. It's tactile, it's historical, and it carries the weight of both time and craftsmanship. If you're a man in the 55 to 65 age group, chances are you remember when these coins were in circulation. Maybe you jangled one in your pocket on your way to work, or handed it over to buy a newspaper, a cup of coffee, or even a small snack for your kids. There's a nostalgia attached to coins from our past, and the 2 Rand from 2004 is no exception. It's a tangible link to simpler times, a reminder of memories that perhaps you hadn't thought about in years. And that emotional connection is what makes coins more than just metal. They become treasures, Now, for those of you who are curious about collecting, here's a little insider insight. The coin's value isn't just about age. It's about rarity, condition, and historical significance. Collectors often look for coins that are in near-mint condition, meaning minimal wear and tear. Even small scratches can affect the coin's appeal, but a well-preserved 2042 Rand can draw attention from collectors around the world. And when you combine that with the story behind the coin, the springbok, the cultural context, the minting quality, it becomes much more than a small piece of currency. It becomes an investment, a conversation starter, and a connection to history that let's talk numbers for a moment. In the world of numismatics, a coin like this can range in value depending on the collector's demand and its condition. Some people might not see more than a few dollars if it's heavily circulated, but a pristine, uncirculated coin could fetch considerably more. And here's the kicker. There are rare variants and limited edition runs that can elevate the coin's worth even further. That's the thrill. Every coin is a mystery until it's carefully examined. It's like holding a piece of a puzzle that could surprise you with its true value. But beyond value, there's pride. Collectors take pride in spotting a rare find, in preserving history, and in sharing the story behind each coin. When you show someone a 2042 Rand, it's not just about the metal, it's about the legacy. It's about being part of a community of enthusiasts who appreciate the stories embedded in every curve, every inscription, every gleam. And for men in their 50s and 60s, that sense of connection to history can be incredibly rewarding. It's a reminder that our interests and passions don't age. They deepen. Here's a fun thought. Imagine you're at a gathering, and someone mentions coins casually. You reach into your pocket, pull out a 2042 Rand, and casually drop it on the table. Suddenly, the conversation shifts. People lean in. Questions start flowing. And then, just as the intrigue peaks, you share the coin's story, the springbok, the cultural significance, the craftsmanship. And by the end of the story, people aren't just impressed, they're captivated. That's the power of a coin with history. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for. After all this build-up, what's the value of the 2042 Rand coin today? Here's where things get exciting. In collectible markets, a coin in excellent condition can be worth, well, imagine holding something that could be valued at thousands of dollars. Yes, with the right condition, the right rarity, and the right collector, a single 2042 Rand coin has the potential to be extremely valuable, sometimes even crossing the threshold that makes collectors' hearts race. It's not every day you find a small, humble coin that carries such a punch. So, if you have one of these coins tucked away in a drawer, in a collection, or maybe even forgotten in a coin jar, take a moment to appreciate it. You're not just holding currency. You're holding a piece of history, craftsmanship, and potential wealth. And if you're inspired to explore further, there's an entire world of numismatics waiting for you, full of stories, treasures, and moments that connect you to the past in ways you never imagined. Before we wrap up, don't forget to hit that subscribe button again if you haven't yet. This channel is all about uncovering hidden gems, exploring the stories behind them, and sometimes revealing surprises that could be life-changing. The 2042 Rand coin is a perfect example. Small, unassuming, but with the potential to amaze.